When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. Persistence is very important. You should not give up unless you are forced to give up. I think it is possible for ordinary people to choose to be extraordinary. I could either watch it happen or be a part of it. If something is important enough, even if the odds are against you, you should still do it. The first step is to establish that something is possible. Then probability will occur. I would like to die on Mars, just not on impact. Great companies are built on great products. The path to the CEO's office should not be through the CFO's office, and it should not be through the marketing department. It needs to be through engineering and design. Failure is an option here. If things are not failing, you are not innovating enough. People should pursue what they're passionate about. That will make them happier than pretty much anything else. I think that's the single best piece of advice. Constantly think about how you could be doing things better and questioning yourself. The first order of business is to have a business. I'm interested in things that change the world or that affect the future, and wondrous new technology where you see it and you're like, wow, how did that even happen? How is that possible? If you get up in the morning and think the future is going to be better, it is a bright day. Otherwise, it's not. The thing that's worth doing is trying to improve our understanding of the world and gain a better appreciation of the universe, and not to worry too much about there being no meaning. And try and enjoy yourself. Because actually life's pretty good. It really is. It's okay to have your eggs in one basket as long as you control what happens to that basket. You shouldn't do things differently just because they're different. They need to be better. Don't confuse education with schooling. I didn't go to Harvard, but people who work for me did. The reality is, if you want to change things, you can't please everyone. I say something, and then it usually happens. Maybe not on schedule, but it usually happens. Being an entrepreneur is like eating glass and staring into the abyss of death. You want to have a future where you're expecting things to be better, not one where you're expecting things to be worse. You have to be pretty driven to make it happen. Otherwise, you will just make yourself miserable. I think it's very important to have a feedback loop where you're constantly thinking about what you've done and how you could be doing it better. If you're trying to create a company, it's like baking a cake. You have to have all the ingredients in the right proportion. The probability of success is difficult to estimate, but if we never search, the chance of success is 0.